This is so weird.
Look
Oh
at
my god. They're so strange. Such a strange animal.
It's a well-known fact that our earliest ancestors lived in caves. There's so much history in these places that scientists have been making incredible discoveries that have been hidden from us for tens of thousands of years. Today, we travel around the world's caves and take a sneak peek at all the incredible discoveries that we've made. Stay tuned. Cave of the Crystal Sepulcher, Belize. Belize hosts an archaeological wonder, Aktun Tunikil Muknar, or the Cave of the Crystal Sepulcher. Far from a typical cave, this site was a sacred ground for the Mayans, where they made chilling sacrifices. A delve into this cave reveals skeletons intertwined with ceremonial relics and decorations, some tragically positioned on altars, a testament to ancient rituals.
Fascinating archaeological discoveries. Aktun Tunikil Muknar. The ancient Maya considered caves to be portals to the underworld, the supernatural realm where their deities and ancestors exist. Within this very cave, the ancient Maya performed some of their most sacred rituals, including human sacrifice. I'm in western Belize to explore the ancient Mayan underworld.
The remains of the Crystal Maiden remain the most unnerving, misidentified as a girl initially. This 17-year-old boy met an untimely brutal end. Now his bones encased in sparkling calcium crystals appear eerily sculpted, creating a sight both captivating and haunting. The cave, dating from 250 to 909 AD, was deemed by the Mayans as a gateway to the gods, overseeing agriculture and rain. Human sacrifices were offered to appease these deities. Thankfully, such practices are now relics of the past, but accessing this cave still requires substantial effort. Only the physically fit can swim their way to its entrance, and only a couple of tour operators are permitted to guide visitors to this national monument. Hohlefels Cave, Germany. Hohlefels Cave in Germany houses a stunning revelation, a petite bird carving dating back over 30,000 years. Discovered in 2003, this ivory artifact carved from a mammoth's tusk holds the title of possibly the oldest representation of a bird ever unearthed.
They left the light behind and headed into the dark.
But the carving is not simply a testament to ancient artistry. It's the key to understanding early human migration and belief systems. The bird, curiously crafted with a horse's head and a lion's majestic mane, suggests a connection to shamanic practices, where water birds held significant symbolism. The intricacy of this relic is awe-inspiring. It's not a crudely formed piece, but a lifelike figurine that almost promises to take wing. The meticulously crafted head, eyes, and elegantly elongated neck denote an artist's careful touch, rendering it the oldest known bird representation ever discovered. These minuscule bird carvings, despite their size, hold immense significance. They offer a captivating portal into our ancient past, showcasing not only artistic prowess but also deeply held beliefs and traditions. Lukina Jama-Trojama Cave Systems, Croatia. A thrilling discovery awaited a team of cavers and biologists in the enigmatic depths of Croatia's Lukina Jama-Trojama cave systems. Here, a brand new species of snails was unveiled, but these were no common garden dwellers. These snails, belonging to the Zoospecium genus, boast a fascinating translucence. Living in the darkness, approximately 3,200 feet below surface, these elusive snails have adapted to their environment in unique ways. Notably, they're entirely blind. The cave they call home is among Earth's deepest, ranking within the top 20. It's a place where the exceptional is the norm, making the discovery of this unique species is almost predictable.
Ovo je šesta ekspedicija u Lukinu jamu. U Lukinu jami manje više se dosta čulo i zna se da je jedna od najdubljih jama na svijetu, ujedno jedna od najvertikalnijih jama na svijetu. Ona završava sa sifonom na prilike 1370 ili 80 metara.
A doći upravo ondje bio je cilj speleologa, zaroniti na njeno dno, istražiti ga i produbiti.
Evo 6 ujutro je, drugi dan
smo ovdje na Velebitu I po planu kroz nekih sat I pol krećemo u Lukinu jamu. Digli smo se.
Named Zospeum thallosum, these snails are tiny marvels of nature with beautiful translucent shells, akin to miniature dome-shaped sculptures. Living life at a leisurely pace, these creatures crawl a few millimeters to centimeters per week, often in circular patterns, calmly grazing in their secluded cave dwelling. When the team introduced their novel find to taxonomist Alexander Weigand in Germany, he affirmed the species was indeed an unprecedented addition to the scientific realm. Evidently, our planet's inner depths host an untapped world of extraordinary biodiversity. Border Cave, South Africa. Border Cave in South Africa reveals our ancestors were culinary enthusiasts. Scientists discovered charred remnants of root vegetables dating back 170,000 years in the cave's ash layers. These are the oldest known roasted vegetables, signifying our forebears' balanced diet, incorporating carbohydrates alongside meat. Researchers found rhizomes from the Hypoxis genus among the charred fragments, overturning traditional beliefs of early humans as purely carnivorous. Hypoxis rhizomes, subterranean plant stems, taste similar to yams, highlighting our ancestors' preference for such starchy foods. Notably, border cave inhabitants likely enjoyed a specific Hypoxis species, possibly Hypoxis angustifolia, offering a tastier white-fleshed rhizome distinct from the medicinal, bitter-tasting African potato, Hypoxis hemerocaldicea. This discovery accentuates the complexity and balance of the ancient human diet.
Heritage status, the whole experience becomes worthwhile.
What is exciting about border caves is that it is yet another indicator that Africa was the origin of man, of modern Homo sapiens species of man. And we can prove that in the excavations that have taken place here by the discovery of animal bones. The bones must have been brought from the valley down below, some 200 or 300 meters below the level of this cave. And those bones were of animals, with some of them which are now extinct.
Movile Cave, Romania. Movile Cave in Romania, isolated for an astounding 5.5 million years, was cracked open to reveal an exceptionally inhospitable environment. Discovered accidentally in 1986 during a nuclear power plant site search, this cave presents a world veiled in perpetual darkness, starved of sunlight, and filled with toxic air rich in carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide. However, despite these adversities, the cave houses an astonishingly diverse ecosystem. This unique ecosystem caught the attention of biologists, and in a 1996 study by the University of Cincinnati, they identified 48 species with 33 exclusive to Movile Cave. Its inhabitants, ranging from spiders and pseudo-scorpions to centipedes and snails, have evolved special traits for survival in this harsh environment. Most lack vision and pigmentation, unnecessary in the absence of light. They feature elongated limbs and antennae for effective navigation in the darkness. Yet the most extraordinary aspect of Movile Cave is its land-based ecosystem. So
old scrolls and parchment have been turning up on the black market, which led the Israel Antiquities Authority to intensify their operations in the Judean desert.
Reliant on chemosynthetic bacteria for energy. This is a first. Unlike most ecosystems on Earth that depend on photosynthesis, these bacteria harness energy and carbon through chemical reactions such as sulfide or ammonium oxidation. Interestingly, Movile Cave's ecosystem bears a striking resemblance to the peculiar ones found near deep-sea hydrothermal vents, albeit devoid of the typical symbiotic relationships seen in those deep-sea communities. Cave of Horror, Israel. The Dead Sea Scrolls, a collection of Jewish texts that were found scattered in 11 caves near the Dead Sea between 1947 and 1956, continue to unfold their ancient secrets. In 2021, new fragments were discovered in a grimly named location, the Cave of Horrors in Israel. Aptly named after the remains of 40 Jewish people killed by Roman soldiers in the 2nd century, were found within its depths.
Discovered it in 1986 at the bottom of a hole that had been drilled for geological purposes. It's an interesting find because of the unusual ecosystem of the groundwater, which is high in gases like hydrogen sulfide, methane, and ammonia, but low in oxygen. Sulfuric acid, created by the
In the 1960s, the recent expedition intending to protect the caves from looters required archaeologists to rappel 260 feet down a cliff into the cave. The explorers unearthed new scroll fragments written in Greek, yet the name of God intriguingly remained in Hebrew. These fragments are believed to belong to Jewish rebels who hid in the cave following a failed revolt against Roman rule in the 2nd century. The fragments contained verses from the books of Zechariah and Nahum, part of the 12 minor prophets of the Hebrew Bible. Alongside the remains of the scrolls, rare coins from the era of the Jewish revolt, the mummified remains of a 6,000-year-old girl, and an intact 10,500-year-old basket were also discovered, further amplifying the cave's historical significance. These discoveries are like fitting pieces into a vast ancient puzzle. They not only provide insights into historical religious practices and societal structures, but also help us understand the intricate relationships between different communities of the past. A cave near Toulouse, France. In a cave located near Toulouse, France, archaeologists unearthed an intriguing testament to the architectural prowess of Neanderthals, meticulously arranged rings of stalagmites. These structures, about 175,000 years old, challenge our previous perceptions of Neanderthals as primitive beings. Around 400 stalagmites were found arranged in 2 separate structures deep within the cave, roughly 1,102 feet from the entrance. These structures, one circular and the other oval, both showed signs of fire scorching. The circular one had a diameter of 7 feet, while the larger oval formation measured approximately 15 feet wide and 22 feet long. The purpose behind these ancient architects setting their creations ablaze remains a mystery that continues to perplex experts. This intricate construction work shatters the traditional
deep inside caves in this part of Europe. These weren't just crude doodles, but huge and sophisticated projects, executed by artists and supported by an impressive culture, the Magdalenians. The region's limestone cliffs, honeycombed with painted caves, are unique on this planet. Tourists gather nearby at Lascaux, home of the region's and the world's most famous cave paintings.
Image of Neanderthals as crude cave dwellers. According to researchers, these structures' creation required social organization, team collaboration, and sophisticated planning, a far cry from the rudimentary skills traditionally attributed to these early hominids. This discovery implies that Neanderthals operated torches, transported materials, and meticulously arranged them, akin to a prehistoric construction project. Although the structure's intended use is still uncertain, they could have been temporary shelters or perhaps served a spiritual purpose. One thing is clear: their creation demanded skill, organization, and an aesthetic sense. A cave in New Zealand. In 1987, a group of archaeologists from the Speleological Society of New Zealand discovered a fascinating relic from the past, a claw of the extinct moa bird. But it wasn't merely skeletal remains. Muscles and flesh were still clinging to the claw, offering a visceral glimpse into the extinct species. The moa were a formidable group of birds native to New Zealand. They comprised 8 different species ranging in size from turkey-like to colossal avian giants that stood up to 12 feet tall and weighed around 500 pounds. After careful analysis, the preserved claw was estimated to be approximately 3,300 years old, further solidifying the moa's status as ancient inhabitants of New Zealand. The revelation of the flesh-covered claw stirred up a frenzy on the internet. Its surreal preservation and eerie semblance to something straight out of a science fiction movie captivated people's imaginations worldwide. Even Mark Hamill, famed for his role as Luke Skywalker in Star Wars, joined in the online chatter. He humorously drew parallels between the moa claw and the hand of a rancor, a colossal reptile-like alien creature featured in Return of the Jedi. These are just a few incredible discoveries that we've made in caves from around the world. Do let us know what you think of these discoveries in the comments below. That's all for this video. We hope you enjoyed watching this one. We thank you for your time and we'll see you in the next one.